Hi everyone, I hope this message finds you well. This is my second day of recording. This is the 6th day since my mother's passing, and these are the pajamas I mentioned in my first video, which I posted yesterday. Let's see, so what can I tell you other than I don't really pull off leopard stripes very well, but they were a gift from my mother, so they're very, very comforting to me at this time. I did manage to get in the shower and get my teeth brushed. I've decided to go back to work tomorrow. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I guess we'll find out, but there's only so much NDs I can binge watch on YouTube and so many racing thoughts I can, deal with at one point in time. So the distraction will be good. So shower felt amazing. I don't think shampoo ever smelled so good or, felt so great on my head, but being says I'm going back to work, I want to try and set myself up for success tomorrow. So I figure if my hair's already washed and blow dried and stuff, that's one less thing I have to worry about. My sleep schedule's gotten all off track and stuff, so I feel like I'm gonna, struggle with that, but I don't want to put that into the ether because I obviously don't want that to happen, so hopefully it's smooth sailing. What else? So, in an attempt to chop wood, carry water, I did work out again today. It's really good for dispelling some of that, anxious energy. And on my way to the pool afterwards, because, I like to jump in the cold pool, it makes me feel alive. And also, it's weird how it's, really helpful for de-stressing. But on my way to the pool, I was caught by the maintenance man hugging a tree. And I told him a few days ago what had happened, so he was already aware and he hugged me then. But when he saw me hugging the tree, he stopped to talk to me and he asked me if I was okay. I said, yeah, I like hugging trees. All I could do is just laugh because I could just imagine what a sight that was. And we were talking and he told me about how he had lost both of his parents in an accident, and he just said, we got to keep going. And it really meant a lot to me that he took the time to connect with me on that level, and he got down and dirty and vulnerable with me. And it just goes to show you that you can find support in some of the strangest places, hugging a palm tree even. The universe works in mysterious ways, right? So shout out to my maintenance man, thank you very much. And he told me he had a hard time with it, of course, I mean, who wouldn't? But one thing that I've been learning too is tomorrow is not a given. So I told him with that, I said, I really want to let you know that I appreciate you. And he hugged me twice throughout this throughout this encounter. And really meant a lot to me because, I haven't showered for a week or brushed my teeth, and I just got done working out. I was sweaty as all get out, but he hugged me twice, and I saw, the way that we were talking, the sun was like right in my eye, and he was, like blocking the light for me. Such a sweet, sweet man. His wife is a very, very lucky woman indeed, but I'm sure he feels he's lucky also. So that's awesome. That was really sweet. That meant a lot to me today. So I get to the pool, and sprinklers are going, and it's watering the grass and the pretty lantana over there by the pool. And I'm looking through the water at the grass and stuff, and for a brief moment I saw a rainbow, and I knew that was her. I knew that was my mama. I know she's still here, and I know that she'll be with me tomorrow. Absolutely. I redid all my angel numbers so that the universe can communicate with me a little bit more concisely. So I realized I didn't have an entry for 000 once this happened. 00 just means mommy. So I work with numbers. I work in a restaurant, so I see numbers frequently throughout, times on orders and totals on guest checks, and so I'm really looking forward to see how she communicates with me tomorrow. And I know I have such an awesome, they're just really awesome coworkers. They're not going to let me push myself too hard. They're not going to let me get overwhelmed. They're not going to, let me fail. So I feel really, really supported by that. And of course, I have my angels and, my guides. Everybody in the unseen, they're all rooting for me. I really hope that this is the right decision, and I'm not certain, but, we'll find out tomorrow. But I figure I got to pay the rent, because if I'm mourning the loss of my mother, at my local comfy welcoming Motel 6, I'm probably not going to feel very good about myself, or I'm going to feel even worse about my situation. So I'm going to go to work, and I think it'll be good. But we'll see. So regardless of what happens, I'm just giving myself the grace and the gratitude and the latitude and the compassion to falter if I need to, if I can't keep up, or if I mess up, or that's fine. Everything's fine right now. And I don't say that, and everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is right. Nothing is wrong right now. So like I said, I have so much support at work that I feel like I need some of my coworkers, mojo. I love and respect them so very much, and they're all just so supportive, and the customers too. I like to sing, I think. Well, before this even came about, after the Dark Night of the Soul, the previous one I had, I was trying to figure out, who am I? What do I like? Who am I at my core? Like, what am I like? Like, who am I? I've been trying to rediscover myself, the last few years and stuff, and I figured that I really liked singing. So I walk around and sing at work, and it's therapeutic, it's wonderful, and I have customers that come in and they're like, we come to hear you sing, or, why aren't you singing? Or, they want to sing with me, or they sing to me, or, and my coworkers too. We just have a good time with the music. It's really awesome. So it's a really good work environment. There's not many professions where you get to walk around and sing. Let me tell you, it's really good for morale. So let's hope it's good for morale this time too. But then, of course, if I don't feel like singing, I'm sure that they'll understand. But I have a lot of support in those people too. So I'm really looking forward to reconnecting with my customers as well. So that's something to look forward to. My sister and I went through a whole gang of, old pictures and stuff, because we're going to make a shrine. My whole entire apartment's a shrine. It was just embedded throughout the whole entire place. You can't really see it very well, but here's my Elvis clock that was a gift from her. There's a Neil Diamond knapsack over there from her, from when I took her to that concert. I've got Thor over here. I got more Thor. Love Is All You Need. That morphed into Love Is All You Need and a dog. I've got Beatles nesting dolls. I have art. I have dishes. She's everywhere. She's strewn all out, and even I'm a shrine to my mother, because, I look just like her. Me and my sister were actually just having this conversation before she passed, that, we look in the mirror anymore, and I'm like, hi, Mom. Hi. And this is going in the shrine too, so I just want to, show and tell time real quick, if that's okay. Oops. that wasn't supposed to happen. No, never fear. Me and this guy have been through a lot, so he's basically indestructible, but there you go. Mirror, mirror on the wall. I am my mother after all. Hope you can see that. But yeah, this is going on the shrine, but I wanted to show it. So, and anytime, you know, I'm with family, I was like, oh my God, you look just like her. You look just like Edie. You look just like your mother. You're so beautiful. And so when that has to come about, then I'm not sure I'm ready for that. I'm not sure I'm ready for, you know, people to, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You know, people have been telling me it, but you know, I don't really want to make people feel bad. You know, I don't want them to feel like they need to sympathize with me or empathize with me. I don't really like making people feel bad. So I hope that's not the case, but then you just, you know, there's people that just don't even know what to say, and I've been that person in some instances, like, what can you even say? You just, maybe that's the empathy in me that's just, you know, wow, oh, I need to take a step back, I need to breathe, like, I can feel your pain. So where was I? The shrine. We're making the shrine for my mother. We went through a lot of pictures and we cried. And to anybody watching this, I would just say, you know, take a lot of pictures. You know, my mother's the gift. My mother is the memories. My mother is all that I really need. I don't need mirror, mirror on the wall. I don't need love is all you need. Well, maybe I do, because I need to be reminded that that's sometimes I think we all do. But I would just take a ton of pictures, because as we were going through them, I only found one picture of me and all my siblings with my mother, and it was a great picture. You know, I think it might have been 7, but I mean, I think it's the only one that had all 6 of us in it. And with her, it was from Christmas, and as much as I delighted in seeing it, it made me sad, wishing that there were more. But she never liked to take pictures. If she felt like she didn't look nice, then she didn't want to take a picture. She thought that her belly was too big, that she would need to stand behind everybody else. So all of her pictures are really, you know, she's in the background. She's in the background, or she's just not in there. But I mean, I completely understand. I've been there too, and especially, you know, towards when she got sick and she was on oxygen, you know, who wants to take pictures when you have this thing attached to your face? And I don't know. Anyway, so, but that was fun too, because I found some old pictures and I was able to, I took pictures of them with my phone and cropped them, and, you know, did the lighting and stuff, and sent them to people who were in the photos, and they were happy to connect, you know, or see that blast from the past. But I noticed as I was on the floor going through these pictures, I started to break out knives. And I don't know if that was maybe my higher self telling me, hey, you know, you're playing around in the past for too long. You need to get up, get away from this. Or maybe you're just telling me, hey, you need a shower. You need a shower, even jumping in the pool. You've been exposed to chlorine, you know, you're not properly taking care of yourself. But, you know, to which extent, either way, I did, and the hives are gone. To anyone who was wondering. The hives went away, but I just thought that was interesting, you know, like how the universe communicates with us, and even something just so subtle like that, you know, it doesn't, and as much as I wish I wasn't so mother loving present right now, I'm glad that I am, because, you know, I might have just shrugged that off, took some Benadryl or something, you know, but because I am present, I can see that. I can see what was going on there. I can see that they were communicating with me, you know, and I mean, whether it was one or the other, both got taken care of. So, anyway, I almost didn't record today because I don't really have a setup, and I was like, oh man, it's gonna take 20 minutes just to find a comfortable place, or, you know, something that's even remotely, you know, recording worthy. So, and also, you know, I'm trying to work on my posture. My one has always been She's always told me to, not always, I mean, this is more recent. She says, stand up straight. Stand up straight. Why can't, I don't know. She was right. She was right. So I am, because she is, you know, so heavy on my heart now, I am trying to take that advice and walk with my head held high and my shoulders straight. So I am taking your advice, Mommy. Yeah. So, but I almost did not record today for those reasons. And also I got in a big argument with myself last night as I was laying in bed and almost took the previous video down. I was, you know, nobody wants to hear you cry. Nobody wants to hear about this. Nobody wants to feel sad with you. And I argued with myself. I said, no, sometimes, you know, you need that. You know, you're like right on the verge of crying. You really want to cry and you just can't get it out. And then like, maybe I'm just, you know, that catalyst that, you know, helps somebody cry and get out that sadness or, you know, that joy or whatever it may be, you know, because we do have to cleanse the tear ducts every once in a while, you know, to keep them running properly. It's so cleansing, it's so healing. So maybe I can do that for a person. So oddly enough, I won the argument. That doesn't usually happen. So I told my ego, I said, no, the video stays, it sticks. I'm so glad it was already uploaded and already on there, because if it was something that I was struggling with, you know, oh, I'm not going to put it up, then the ego might have won that round. But who's to say? I'm sure, you know, that'll probably come back around again. Or maybe, maybe not. But as long as I find catharsis in this, I feel like I'm going to keep recording. And I do, I mean, I got this little makeshift setup. It's not wildly impressive, but who cares? Everything seems so pointless. I got a comfy chair, I got a phone, and it's good enough for me. That's a lot more than a lot of people have, and I am grateful. And again, I'm grateful for all my connections, you know, not connections, like connected, no, Dad, Mom, my siblings, the maintenance man today. I'm grateful for all the connections that I'm gonna make at work tomorrow. And this is one silver lining, what, you know, that was demonstrated to me by my interaction with the maintenance man was, you know, this is an opportunity to connect with people on such a much deeper level. People who have lost their parents, you know, I mean, yeah, it's a whole new ballgame. It's a whole new life. I mean, anybody who's lost their parents, I know, or a parent, God forbid, I'm so sorry. This is tough. So, but I'm grateful that I was able to connect with him in that way. It really meant a lot to me, and I feel like it's going to add a lot of depth and more dimension to my already existing relationships to, you know, people that I know that, you know, have lost their parents. I mean, it's the natural order of things, right? If my mother would have not gone first and she had to if she had to outlive any of us, you know, that probably would have been devastating. I don't know how people go on after that. I don't know how people carry on after, you know, the loss of their children. It's so sad. It's so sad. But so I'm glad that this is the natural order of things, and it went the way it was supposed to, I guess. So with that said, there's many people who have gone through this, and that gives me hope, because I can identify with them, you know, and I can empathize for them, and I can, you know, connect with them on a whole new level of emotion, compassion, gratitude, appreciation. Like, this is gonna add a lot more dimensionality to my life and my character. And I hope I'm up for the task. Anyway, well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and go because I have to get mentally prepared for work tomorrow. So wish me luck. I appreciate you guys listening. I love you all. And I appreciate you all. We're all our own puzzle piece to the collective puzzle. We all have our own gifts and insights and stories, and we all are here. We're all in this together. Every one of us is important. Every one of us is valid. We're all relevant. The universe doesn't make mistakes. And I don't believe there are any exceptions to that whatsoever. So I just want to thank you for watching this, and I appreciate you, and thanks for playing.